Innovation rules the nation. True FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
Bum bum bum. Dun dun dun. Oh yeah. Monday morning. Well, I'd like to say a pleasant good morning. Welcome to the TBS, the True Breakfast Show on 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. It's great to be back on this Monday morning. Welcome to Liberia's biggest breakfast show. So much to talk about. Um, yes, feeling so excited to be back on a Monday morning. I don't know what the energy is coming from. But I'd like to say good morning to the peace-loving people of the Republic of Liberia. The love of liberty matters here. And let justice be done to all. Yes, my name is O.Roerts, Marka B.Davis, together. We're going to serve you breakfast up to 10 o'clock this morning. Yes, let's take our morning motivation. This Monday morning, we ever left you in the middle of the woods? Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bobby, how is it, man? Whoever left you in the middle of the woods don't have right to ask you how you dealt with the wolves. Wolves are weaker than lions, but don't work in caucus. I say, I remember Wolf destroying Chelsea yesterday. Don't play Wolf in the nighttime, you'll regret it. Whoever left you in the middle of the wolves don't have right to ask you, well, how you deal with the wolves? Well, that person like you, they still see you, you manage to come out. Well, anyway, Bobby Bleedy attitude of our morning motivation is a nice one. Thank you so much. Good morning to the people, the peace-loving people of the Republic of Liberia. Will make too much noise, but no more we're gonna go back to those terrible days of wars. We'll fight all the political battles. And some people will not be satisfied because you see your name yet. Yes, we'll fight everything. But we'll not go back to those terrible days with the bullet signs. No way. Good morning, folks. Good morning to His Excellency. Just like your mom, Boyka. Boyka, how you doing this morning, President Boyka? The presidency is not for fun. Yes. When you are party chairman, when you are political leader, it's different from you being a president. That's when the pressure. When you are political leader, you are just there for your partisans. But when you are president, oh my God, Parapumde. The entire population, according to Legends, who told us it was 5.2, even though I was not counted, my colleague here, but it will put it at 5.2. The whole population of the country is with you. Good morning, His Excellency Joseph Human Boykai. Yes. I'm not going to stand the first year, 1 year pressure. It ain't easy. Anyway, good morning. Wake up well. Wish well for your leader. Yes, always think positive for your leader. It's great that we wish our leaders well. Good morning to all representatives, our elected representative. Yes, I'm following up. I'm following up along with RX. Reports will come out. Some of you are in our house with no contribution, no nothing. Just on your mobile phone every night. There, the camera picking your, watching, chatting, laughing, playing fun. You've been campaigning from district to county. Now you are elected. We are following up. Good morning to all the peace-loving people. Our Silent Listener Association. Yes, this is O.Roerts. Marka B.Davis. Marka, good morning to you.
Yes, do small technical work.
Okay.
As usual. Yes.
Okay.
So good morning, Onu, and
yes.
it is great for us to be here again to serve our Liberian people. Thanks to all of you who have joined us this morning. I'm also excited, but I don't know why. Yeah. I'm excited, but I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I'm fully listening keyboard yesterday, Maka.
Again?
Let me share the listing. This is the most craziest list I ever seen.
Why are they making
Look, I was just about to get on the football field. Someone called me and said, check on the listing. I said, who's the listing? They said, oh, there's a new listing that is up. I said, So the first thing I said to the guy, wait, let me check on the E-Mansion. Yeah, that's how. Yeah.
Kula, good morning. Anytime we see these things, we rush straight to e-mansion because they're where we submit and verified information, especially when it comes to the presidency.
Yeah.
So you gotta be very proactive with that page.
You want to see Kula one post on social media warning all executive mansion reporter. If you sign up, no man. Anyway, I leave her. Yeah. So my man I saw somebody name on the listing. My Jabate. I said, what? If you come get paid, they say the mayor. I call it better message, my man, stop the phone. I say a new abo message, stop the phone. Anyway, yes, what's going on this morning?
Yes,
let me rock by that Neil.
Can you imagine?
Environmental Protection Agency.
Some people get issues.
What? Yeah. Oh, then my man Charles Collins, my good friend, Director General, Liz. I say, what? Anyway,
you see what social media is doing. I don't know whether it is social media that is doing it or we are doing it. I don't know, but my own is high.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay.
At least I'm sounding a human being now.
Yeah. The social media just run with some things.
And the thing about it, people are just going and writing stuff nice. But people clever too.
Yeah. People clever.
Yeah.
People
clever too.
God give us 5 senses. So make it use of it.
People design it. Thank God they sign it by Jadi already in there.
Yeah.
Kula, Bona, Yay.
The poor need there.
Yes.
But you don't make the thing juicy, Maka. After that, then we saw the E-Mansion having a press release. The executive mansion warning all executive reporters. I warning that play the good one job boy in here.
Just don't take any money.
I kind of warning that for the social media.
So money they may take back.
So I made a comment to that. I say, Madam Press Secretary, yes, please. The executive manager, they have a leadership. So maybe we channel it through everything for the social media.
Yeah.
Good morning to Amara Corner. Amara, how you doing this morning? Amara, just running. Let's see what we have this morning, Maka.
Yeah, so let's go to what we got this morning for you on the TBS Yard and Truth 96.1 FM. Yes,
that's more people came back from you.
Woke up
on the executive mansion. I just seen it. Okay, go ahead. In a positive way.
You should have, yes.
Yeah, in a positive way. Yes, not everything for the social media.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, today is Monday, February 5, 2024. And this is what we got for you as breakfast this morning. We'll take the health tip with David Coty for about this. And then somebody speak English and say about it. It's not exact. So,
about.
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
About.
We did David Coty about 5 minutes this morning with the health tips, which people are really appreciating. And at around 5 after 8, we bring you the review of the local dailies. Again, Western Cluster, Liberia, paid country devils some 4K.
Yes.
To leave the minds in. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. The 4K will be also.
Western Cluster gave the country devil 4K. So please leave them out. We'll talk about it.
Yes. So we'll talk about that again. And today, last time the Senate Committee on Foreign Affairs canceled and rescheduled the confirmation hearing for Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti. Again today, supposed to be, or it will be, or we are expecting to see the hearing going on today. The time exactly should be the afternoon hours.
Yes, 2:00.
Okay.
Should be
yes.
2.
Yes. So again, we'll talk about that very, very seriously. We'll talk about that. And we don't want people to feel hurt how we'll talk about this, but we'll talk about this. Again, Councillor Cooper Kura, the Justice Minister Designate, there are some other issues that have been surrounding him since his nomination. In fact, this is not the first time. 2018, similar thing came up right after his nomination.
We'll play the audio.
I don't know if people can be waiting for the man.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. Again, the University of Liberia students appealing to President Boakai not to cut off the free tuition policy at the state-run university. Okay. Again, this is something to review and it was serious critical thinking to make decision about that. Lawmakers doing drug tests. My people,
Follow my girl. No,
things happening in Miami, yo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All the love, me.
Yeah, again, there was something we saw that we want to talk about briefly about that. Little, I don't know, we should call it protest gathering at the president's home about job issues. We saw that people have started implicating the chairman of the party and all of that. We'll talk about it. At 8:40 this morning, we'll give you the opportunity to participate on the show, on a segment we call Talk to Your Leaders. In 905 Sports Entertainment Commercials, Orange, Liberia, the biggest GSM company in the country, is the prime sponsor of the TBS here. And at 9:15 to 10 o'clock, we introducing somebody, yes, to the public and to the Liberian people. He's the representative of District Number 4.
Yes,
in Lima County, the man replacing Gompu Kagon.
Yeah, Kagon.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. So yes, Ernest Mercier, Honorable Ernest Mercier, will be with us this morning. The people from District 4, y'all listen, y'all love me up here this morning. And he will be with us up to 10 o'clock from 9:15 up to 10 o'clock this morning. 45 minutes of intensive interaction this morning on the show. And we'll have him, Representative Ernest Mercier of District Number 4, Lima County, is the last segment guest on the show this morning. Yes, this is the breakfast we have to serve you in the midst of our country first. And country first, that is why, tell me, on you?
In the midst of all.
Country first.
Country first.
So pressure in the woman.
That easy. Yeah, so back, I just in that extension before we bring on David Cote quickly. I mean, that the post on the social media, because I replied to the executive mansion release.
Okay.
The executive mansion release is not for, the executive mansion reporters, that place is for the presidency. So any information that comes out for the executive mansion, I just want to make this clear, right? That page is for this, all information covers the activity of the president, so that's why I said the executive mansion reporters, they do have that leadership anyway. Yes, let's move on.
Yes, we move. Again, good morning to all of our friends who have joined us this morning from wherever you are. My B says, Aaron Douglas is celebrating your birthday on today. February, people.
February.
Good morning, Alma.
And interestingly, this year is a leap year. Yes, we should all be careful. A lot of things happen in a leap year.
This is the first time in 4 years that the HR, but Janet Pega will be celebrating your birthday on real birthday.
She's been taking on the 28th. Yeah.
Yeah, HR, good morning. I'm saying you read me any letter. I just say something.
Yeah, so it's 8 o'clock. This is the TBS. We welcome Team Well for your president. Wish well. And it's good. Those of you listening, we know our Liberian people who can interpret things the wrong way. It's good you accept constructive criticism and make you strong and move on. A wise man listening to instruction makes you more wiser. Great. Good morning to our Excellency Joseph Boykai. Boykai is our president. We wish you well. We wish you good health, long life, prosperity by already there.
Yes.
Amen.
Prosper already.
Yes. Wish you good health.
Yes.
Wisdom. King Solomon asked God for wisdom. In this kind of situation, we need more wisdom for Joseph Boykai, our president. Yes. Good morning. Let's have health tip with David Ernest Cote. Since leaving government, this is the best job he's enjoying.
Why he even has two similar names?
David Cote.
Ernest Cote.
Ernest Cote.
Yeah.
Ernest
I'm talking about the Cote Bala.
Loma man get Ernest. Loma man get Ernest.
David and the Ernest. So one is biblical, one is social.
Social. Your social need. Ernest Cote, good morning.
Look, I've been a queen a long time.
Okay.
My name was actually Ernest Johnson until 1972. Yes.
You changed name before?
Yeah.
I need to see that newspaper that were publishing.
Show it to you. My name was Ernest Johnson.
Wow.
When I was born up to 1972, when I changed to David Cote. My father was David Johnson. When he changed to David Cote, I had to change myself. But I decided not to drop the Ernest name. I used it as my middle name. So I've been a queen ever since.
Okay.
All right.
I will ask Councilor Prayer Bramble.
Don't have about my sister. You know that woman can talk to, right?
Go ahead.
All right. Today is for me and the old people. I want you old people to please listen, including myself. People who are above 50 years must be careful about what they eat. When you are older, you experience decreased energy level. That simply means your strength will not be like before. If you used to tote one bag of rice on your head when you were 20, 30, 40, my friend, when you become 50 or so, you will not be able to tote it again. It will be reduced. Now, foods you should not eat at 50 and above. Number one, grapefruits. It's sweet, oh, those small, small round things from the supermarket, nice. But once you're 50 years old and above, don't eat it. It interacts negatively with certain medication in your body and can also spark blood sugar level. Number two, pineapple. Stop eating pineapple at age 50. It can lead to heartburn. Number three, mango or plum. Mango or plum is loaded with natural sugar and it is risky for people with diabetes and pre-diabetes. Very serious. You remember I talked about diabetes before, and I will come back to it. When you have diabetes and you don't know you're eating certain things, you are leading yourself to the grave. Now, pre-diabetes is simply when you have high blood sugar, but it has not gone to type 2 yet. Now, the fourth one you should not eat is papaya or pawpaw. Don't mind that sweet taste, but when you are 50 years old, it can contribute to your liver, fatty liver disease. And it can also lead to weight gain. You just start getting big, fat, just like that. Number five, the one that hurts me a whole lot is number five, watermelon. Something I love a whole lot, but because of my age now, I have to be very careful. It can spark blood sugar also and weight gain. Another thing is banana. It leads to digestive discomfort and can lead to blood sugar fluctuation. You know, when something can fluctuate, you know what it means. A single banana contains up to 14 grams of natural sugar. So leave it. So another thing is, the last one is dates. You all the quick boys who can go to the supermarket, you know what dates really means. So when you are 50 and above, you got to leave it. It's a good thing. Oh, it will do a whole lot for you. Remember this. Please.
The other 50 year, the other 50 year was not understanding the last one you say it good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about dates. It's a kind of fruit in a store there. It's very good for the body. It's a healthy fruit for the body. But the problem with it is that when you become 50 and you start to eat it, it can cause serious problems for you, including dental problems. You know, it worsens your dental problem. Your teeth, right in the middle there, can look so bright, especially the wisdom or the wisdom teeth, the one in the back. It's called a molar. Sometimes the wisdom teeth. It can make it dark brown and it can cause dental problem. So it's good to leave it. Remember this. Please go to the hospital and do your test for hepatitis B. I talked about it the other day. I told you what hepatitis B is, and I will come back to it again. It's very dangerous. It is a liver disease, and it kills nearly 1 million people around the world. Your liver is one of the 5 organs that are cardinal for your survival. Without the liver, my friend, you will not live. It weighs 3.1 pounds and it performs over 500 different tasks in your body. And it works 24 hours around the clock. Without a functioning liver, you will not live. So don't allow hepatitis B to destroy your liver. So you gentlemen listening to me there, excuse me, you just withdrew $20,000 from the bank to go and start your new house. Take small money from there, $300 or $400. Go to the hospital to check yourself first. That house will not mean anything to you when you build a foundation before you can get a room level. You die. They say something happened to me. You lady listening to me there, you just took $10,000 from the bank to go to China to buy your goods. That's very good. We want more business people here, but take small money from there and go check your health first. Don't come from China when you open your big store. They say, oh, the woman who just opened another store here, something happened. Oh, she kicked the bucket. Oh. So please don't do that. So I just want to advise all of you. Thank you for listening. All people, follow my advice. I beg you. I'm just John the Baptist. I'm here to pave the way, but the real people are the doctors. Consult them always. Thank you very much.
Before you go, say good morning to Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe, good morning. There's so much noise about job in this country, but I trust your ability. I know what you're doing. Even though our politicians are right.
Okay, just do 1 minute prayer quickly for Uncle Joe quickly. They will just do a 1 minute prayer before we go quickly.
Oh, okay. I'm praying for Uncle Joe now. Father, I pray that you guide Uncle Joe, give him the wisdom of Solomon, and gave him the life of Methuselah. Even though some people say he was still but a lie, he's still here. And don't forget Uncle Joe, we the youth are still waiting. I have been asked by my fellow youth to be the advisor to you for them. So all the lists you're making, don't forget the youth advisor. Yeah, we the youth are still waiting to hear our names. I mean, don't give me a hard time, bye-bye.
See, 170, yo.
Yeah, one prayer game. Oh, dear goody. Anyway. Yes, let's look at bring you the review of the local daily health tip. It's a regular feature right here on the True Breakfast Show 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. What's breaking news from the print media is just up next this morning. Yes, it's a very beautiful movie called Mohana, done by The Rock. Those of you who have seen this wrestler, The Rock, yes, The Rock voice is on the song. Dwayne Johnson, yes. This is the review of the local dailies right down. Truth 96.1. What's making news this morning? The front page of the Heritage newspaper on the newsstand for 40. Like, when the phones to carry when the people phones sales at $50. The rest of the papers are 40. Anyway, well, that's great. Let's bring you the review. Heritage, Mohammed Kennan, the front page of the Heritage, turn over all government assets. I was saying this is President Joseph Boykai warning all former government officials, turn over all government assets. Well, Boykai has been captured on the front page of the Heritage grapple copy. At confirmation hearing, police boss decided outlines 4 pillars. I'm seeing Gregor Common was posting back and forth on the social. Look, Gregor, you gotta relax more on that Facebook thing. Gregor, keep posting. You got a job already. You know, we have a challenge today, Mr. IG. Gregor Coleman, slow down the social media. I'm sorry.
Do your work.
Yeah, do your work. Except this, good faith. Yeah, you're posting too much. Slow down. Police boss Destiny outline 4 pillars where Gregor Coleman has been captured on the front page of the Heritage. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning. Still on the front page, former Vice President Joel Taylor nominated for Executive Secretary of Continental Women Volley. Joel, very beautiful. Yes. She's on the front page. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story this morning. Let's go to the back page. What the back page had, the Liberia Chamber of Commerce sets February 9th for induction of new officers. Yes, it's on the back page. Yeah, LRA boss outline transformative strategy to boost revenue collection. And I'm called Double Jala. Yes, taking oath is on the back page. Arsenal beat Liverpool to close the gap. Ends the review of the Heritage.
The review. Yeah, so the next paper is the Analyst newspaper, and the lead story on the front page of the Analyst is best law to uplift Liberia's image internationally as Liberians upbeat about her credentials. The photograph of the foreign minister designate on the front page of the Analyst newspaper. Now the sub-lead story there, Councillor Kura debunks mischaracterization against him, says allegation of U.S. 58K and others baseless. The photograph of also the Justice Minister designate on the front page of the analyst newspaper. The story, don't interfere with confirmation hearings. Wow, I'm seeing a photograph of the president, Joseph Boakai, who is saying this. PPS Fofana urges, okay, that's Kula, urges public says Boakai won't recall Yanti's nomination. Okay. Yeah, so the photograph of the president on the front page of the analyst newspaper, on the back page of the newspaper. 1.4 billion ArcelorMittal phase 2 expansion progresses with highest health and safety standards. Well, that's on the back page of the analyst newspaper. Confirmation compromise, that's a question mark. Senators go soft with nominees. Relationship, friendship take prominence. Oh, wow. The photograph of the pro tem of the Liberian Senate on the back page of the analyst newspaper.
Great. That's it. Yes, that's it. Let's go on to what is Alfonso Tue? Yes. The only editor who wakes up 1 a.m., 2 a.m. to send the papers. Great. Yeah. The front page from the New Republic, Monday edition on the newsstand for $50 Liberian. Yes, Alfonso, you need to tell us why you're selling at 50, the rest are just 40. Anyway, great. Let's see what's on the front page. The front page of the New Republic during the war. Disappointment as Unity partisans scramble for jobs. Well, Amara Connor has been captured, quote unquote, on the front page of the New Republic. Prince Johnson, should I call him Bishop, Pastor Prince Johnson, who used 3 minutes of his time yesterday on the pulpit. During the war, the troops that capture a particular town cannot remain there on assignment. A different battalion will always be assigned at the war fronts. Well, this is Representative Bernard Benson. He's been captured here. Disappointment. Amara Conan, Prince Johnson on the front page, still on the front page. Law school professor threatening to leave due to delay in salary. How you been here? Yes. Let's go to the back page. What the back page? LMP sued Hawk. Patrick sued Hawk for what? This is former police boss here. Meanwhile, Joseph Boyka said turn all over government assets, all properties. LMP sued Hawk for a legal service of over 12,000. This have to do with Chris Weir. Yes, some football matters on this one. Yeah. Yes, we could follow up. Like US 1.4 billion ArcelorMittal phase expansion progress. Chief Justice Sienna Yu sends out caveat to lawyers, judges. She looks very serious, yeah. On the back page, you're from the New Republic. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story.
And the next paper is the Hot Pepper newspaper. The lead story that say, with only 2 weeks into Boakai administration, frontliners of rescue mission frustratingly speak out. Wow. Photograph of some group of people standing here on the paper. That's just the story on the front page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. On the back page, ArcelorMittal's 1.4 billion phase 2 expansion progresses with highest health and safety standards. Again, like in the other papers, rights activists want urgent establishment of war crimes court. That's also on the back page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. The last story, Shoni dismisses propaganda rumor against Foreign Minister Designate Yanti. The photograph of former Deputy Foreign Minister Elias Shoneye on the back page. They said dismisses propaganda rumor against Foreign Minister Designate Yanti. The two of them on the back page of the Hot Pepper newspaper.
Yeah, so the women voices, Blocker should stand his ground. That's what's captured under some major story in the women voices newspaper. Liberian women back Sarah Bessolo as President Biker. It shows them, yes, I'm going to stand for him. Sarah Bessolo has been captured on the front page of the women voices. Grab a copy and read the rest of the story. Madame Salif Jewel featured among 100 outstanding African women in New Africa magazine publication. Yes, let's see if I can go to the back page. Yeah, where is the back page of the women voices? If I can lay my hand on the back page, our last start have to do with the front page Africa. Front page story ain't easy. With Joseph Boyka, Missouri, senior economic advisor. I want to see who is Joseph Boyka, economic advisor. This guy looks like a foreigner. Very little is known about the main President Boyka has added to his inner cycle. Front page is digging in with Joseph Boyka, senior economic advisor. I'm using glasses.
Yeah.
This is Corey Baker.
Okay.
Corey Baker. I'm just hearing this name. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So President Joseph Boyka, economic senior advisor, is Corey Baker, the deputy U.S. secretary. Look, I have to. Yeah, I'm not seeing the right out too well. Get in there. Yeah. Just get his name. So, but the major story on the front page, Africa, the real mines minister. So, do we have two ministers of the mines and energy? The real mines minister. Syndicate involved elaborate scheme orchestrated over 6 years, pointing to allegations of bribery, illegal lesson insurance, blatant disregard of regulations. So there's a white guy here been captured here. On the front page, Africa, they're referring to him as the real mines minister. Well, they were Gessler Murray, eh?
Yeah, Gessler Murray.
Gessler Murray has been the mines minister, but the front page is saying the real mines minister. Yes, let's see who is Joseph Boyka, senior economic advisor.
So I will do the public justice by just reading at least 2 or 3 paragraphs of the story written by Front Page Africa. It says the appointment of Molly P. Kamara as economic advisor to the president announced last Friday came as a surprise to many. In previous years, the post has been occupied by the legs of Emmanuel Shaw, Augustine Jarrett, and Charles Bright. Not much is known about Kamara. He informed Front Page Africa that he is a graduate of Rutgers University, New Brunswick, undergraduate economics, and has an MBA in finance and entrepreneurship from the Wharton Business School. Kamara says he has previously worked in Angola from 1995 to 1998. The Great Lakes region, including Tanzania, Uganda, and Rwanda from 1998 to 2000, Ethiopia and Eritrea in 2000 to 2001, before returning to college. That is the Wharton School for an MBA, which is Master of Business Administration.
That's your advisor?
Yeah, that advisor.
Okay.
Yes. So I just give you a gist of who this economic advisor
Maybe we'll
is.
find time to go in more.
In more detail. So that's it.
Yeah, so that ended the review of the local delays. If you care more to read about who is Joseph Boyka, senior economic advisor, and want to know more about him,
get a copy of the Front Page Africa newspaper.
Yes. Thank you for all of the local delays here. This is the True Breakfast Show. It's 20 minutes down, 8 o'clock. Our first talking point has to do with Western Cluster. This mining company, we've been on it for almost a month now. Good morning to all of our elected lawmakers of Bomi County, from representative to the senator level. We've been crying on the pollution being carried out by Western Cluster and heavy blasting, the blasting of the iron ore that affects the entire Bomi County, right? So with this public outcry we have been doing on the radio, it appears that maybe the country devil too have been listening.
Following the radio.
So the country devil too have been following. Then last week, Wednesday, the country devil went on the mines where Western Cluster, who takes almost 20 to 40 load of iron ores every day from this country at midnight, and seized the whole mines of Western Cluster. The country devil came out. I say open back out. The country devil.
The
Bushmaster came out. The white guys, the general manager is called Satan.
Okay.
Satan, they don't even regard the media. The white guys, they ran away from the mines. The whole mines was seized. All the equipment was seized by the Bushmaster. This is Liberia now. The when on Thursday, on Friday, just talking, negotiating. So the devil demanded. Listen to this. This is a country called Liberia. The Bushmaster demanded money. Who are you interpreting for them? They had a liaison right there. The liaison was interpreting. Well, the Bushmaster said, but these people here this company here promised to build hospital and things. That Bushmaster settling now. You cannot tell funny country is Liberia. we've been doing a public outcry on this thing every day. You promise the people in Bobotown and Zelekle to build clinic, and people see you're carrying iron ore, millions of dollars every day from this country. Nothing so today will cease in the place. There will be no operation. The way guys sit here in the team, they beg. They have to settle with 4,000 United States dollars paying the Bushmaster. Liberian, you get this. They pay the Bushmaster 4,000 USD just to start operation back. And promise the people say, well, all of the promises are part of our MDA agreement. We'll try to revisit it. So I'm saying this out to our lawmakers. Do we have lawmakers in Bombing County? Good morning to, what's the newest man on the block? I don't want to even call Simeon Taylor name. What's the newest law? Ellis Tyler, eh?
Yes.
Tyler morning. Tyler hearing this kind of thing. Imagine this. This will not be Nima County. Where you have an issue in Nima County, the lawmakers in Nima will play a deaf ear and neither say Mangibi County. Ellis Tyler hearing this kind of thing. Maybe even be new to this. Western cluster, what happened? They pay the Bushmaster because Simon Taylor Party don't care. He's the head of minds and energy. He chairs that committee. Simon Taylor. He restored Western cluster, right? When the Bushmaster came and seized that whole mine, Simon Taylor is supposed to come and appear. Let's see what the Bushmaster is going to listen to you. You have to pay 4,000 US dollars to the Bushmaster. If ArcelorMittal is messing up in Nimba, so the Bushmaster might come out and tell ArcelorMittal what to do. What do we have our lawmakers for, Maka?
Exactly.
It's a sad thing, man.
It is sad. Again, let me quote you. Rich country, poor people.
Yeah.
Yes. So the things that are supposed to make the people rich is people take it away, and our leaders just go and collect peanuts, and they think people are doing good for them. And that is sad. Again, we've been talking about this thing over and over. Like we said, the last time we were here on Thursday, I appealed to the speaker to set up a committee to go and review what is happening there. Okay, do an assessment of what's actually happening with the Western cluster and the people in Bombay County, so that you can make an informed decision as to whether you are going back on the agreement to review it, or you will prevail on Western cluster to fulfill the provisions in the agreement. That is very important. You have to do that. We have said this over and over. We don't have any power to enforce what we say here. We provide guidance for our leaders to do the right thing.
Sure.
So that's what we've been doing over and over. We do not have a power to say we're going to arrest people. Or no, all we do is provide the guidance, use the media to let you know what is going on, to inform you. This is even good for you, that people are bringing to you these things happening where you can reach. It's very important. So we want, again, for the speaker to set up a committee to go and ascertain for themselves what is actually happening with Western cluster and the people of Bombay, especially in the operation area.
3 lawmakers in Bombay County, right? Obadiah J. Vanni from the United Party from District 1 in Bombay County. Some of you hearing you're on the floor already. So let me call some of the names. People will get familiar with yours. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Obadiah J. Vanni of the United Party. Manan B. Johnson Jr., represented District 2, Bombay County, and also from the United Party. Good morning. And the independent is from District 3, Sam P. Jala.
Yes.
Sam Jala. 3 of you. The Bombay caucus.
You're seeing the 2 senators, so that's 5.
Yeah.
5 person making up that caucus.
Yeah. That caucus. You look at that thing. Bushmaster paying for. So the company have money, right? The company just put a hand in the coffers and take off 4,000 and say, look, you'll go back in the bush.
And that 4,000 can build on 2 decent public toilets for the people. At least,
Very much.
Yeah, but you give it to the devil. So, so this is what's going to be happening.
Yeah.
Every quarter when you misbehave, the devil will come.
Yeah, we'll courage.
No, seriously.
That's what I'm thinking about China Union.
Yeah.
The last time you for what is that?
For the
family you're playing for with China Union, will look.
And I mean that for it was because of his advocacy.
He won.
Concerning this China Union issue, the people in Lower Bunker, they're not benefiting, the company doing the you did that thing, they made you lawmaker. You are now in the house. This is the time for your advocacy to manifest through action. And that action, you should take it through your legislative power, which has to do with oversight. That's why you have the power now.
Yeah.
You have the power.
So some of the counties, when you perform, you call the bushmaster, your council. It's a sad thing.
Yeah.
They took 4K raw money in God we trust, that US money, in God we trust.
Quarterly a year, I mean, every 3 months, they will counsel when you don't do the right thing.
And they'll take a mind, give it to them. Yes, let's move on. Last week was all set for confirmation, and good morning to His Excellency President Boykai. I mean, the pressure the president received, Barack Obama went in the White House with a dark hair. When he came out, the whole hair turned gray. Yeah, the whole country, everybody looks up to you. Wake up in the morning, you do, people will talk. Exactly. Everywhere from social media to radio to the street corners, everywhere. Joseph Boykai. And there was no mistake. President Joseph Boykai nominated Sarah Besolo, Councilor Cooper Cra. There was no mistake. So for Councilor Cooper Cra, he had to resign. Sometimes I think when Council left his position during the CDC government was a sad one. Where it's good back, you surfacing back into government.
Yeah.
So Sarah, with the huge turnout, good morning to Senator Darius Dillon. The reason why you saw that group, Liberians are telling you, Dillon, when you won as senator, you didn't have a dime, you didn't have rack. Liberians saw that, yes, Darius Dillon could make a better senator. That's why they voted you, Senator Dillon.
Even besides voting him, they financed his campaign. I can remember Dillon was on air when one lady brought $20 and walked through. Yes, this is my contribution.
The lady is still across the road selling cassava.
Okay.
Senator Dillon, good morning to you. You didn't have a dime. They financed you. They did everything for you to beat Paulita Wie and Thomas Fala. The reason why you saw a huge turnout, Liberians are telling you, Dillon, this lady could make a very good foreign minister. That's a simple message to send it out. Yeah. I'm not backing in what they went into the chambers, but I'm saying you saw almost 2,000 people came on the ground. That today, Dillon, we need this foreign ministry to have a familiar face, to rebrand our ministry. The Liberian passport could be respected anywhere in the world. That's why you saw former senators, ambassadors were all in that chambers.
A lot of stakeholders were interested.
I won't remind Dillon again. You contested twice. You never won. You even came close. At some point in time, Liberians said, no, we'll make Darius Dillon a senator. That confirmation now, we all know will be centered around credential business. Because Facebook are finished interviewing. So this lady, her records are all there. What she have done for our country. And today she have been bullied on the social media to the extent that former deputy foreign minister, Eli, right?
Eli Shani.
Eli Shani have to do a red out and say, well, he's not behind it. So this is where the thing is going. I'm just calling on the senator. Yeah, please confirm this lady. The reason why you saw that huge turnout, they are sending a message. Joseph Boykai needs a good face out there for the foreign ministry to rebrand our ministry. That's why you see the turnout there.
Yes, so only again, like I have said, even the report I did the last week, I mentioned that many people believe that there are people behind this thing.
Yes.
It is not a normal scrutinization or scrutinizing somebody to say, oh yeah, we want to make sure. No, it's not the case. That there are people behind this thing. They don't want her to be foreign minister, maybe because of their interest in the job and all of that. I agree. The deputy minister, the former deputy minister, is providing clarity that, oh, I'm not behind whatever people are accusing me of it. Yes, we agree, but we still believe that there are people behind this thing. This is not normal. We've been here, at least. If I didn't know much about government when Taylor was in power, at least I know a little bit when Judy Bryant was there, when Ellen came and spent 12 years, George Weah. I mean, we should have real good insight about government, and up to this Boykai administration, we know there have been nominations of people who questionable, whatever character, whatever, and we didn't see this kind of thing that is happening right now, and we are seeing it and even with all of the nominations that from President Boykai has done, there have not been this kind of level of I know I should say scrutinizing or criticism or whatever.
Why is there people not pushing Mona?
So the question is,
others.
The question is, why Sarah Beslo Yanti? Why Sarah Beslo Yanti? And guess what? Some senior media persons in this country know that there are people behind that.
Yes, of course.
There are people behind that, and they know. So listen, let me say this to the Senate. You know, I know these people are reaching out to you. This is where you need to exercise your wisdom. This is where you need to exercise leadership. This is where you need to exercise independence and being uncompromised. You understand? Do not take these things, people's fight. This is the public space. Do not take people's fight against this woman. Okay? People writing. I heard some people say, "Oh, we wrote the Senate committee chair." About what? About what? This Senate committee chair on foreign affairs is the same person that you also bullet in this country and say he was a third grader.
DeLon.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the man you bullet as a third grader. Today, that man has been voted twice in this country as a senator. Because, in a very short period of time.
Because Liberian feels that he can do the job.
Yes.
They want the difference with him.
And DeLon, based on experience and performance, DeLon has been, if not 100%, but at least they have been outstanding over the period of time. DeLon is one of the most popular senators in this country.
He did people yet take all the time and just go beyond Sarah and at confirmation. So
let me say this, Mr. Chair on Foreign Affairs, you have to. I know people are putting all kind of political things into it. When you guys some of the thoughts concerning this confirmation, and they will more get ambition to be president, being a dean of the cabinet. If the Baga has too much interest in a woman, he may in the future say, "Oh, this woman can replace me. Maybe I'm not running for second time."
So let's start the fight.
That they kind of thing that people talking anything else.
Okay.
So, Mr. DeLon, Sarah Beslo Yanti is coming to perform a particular task that the president has designated to her, which is to be the foreign minister in this country, and that's just it. All these political higher submen can call it shenanigan or
party fight.
Yeah, just stop that thing, man. Okay, we don't want you to buy not only the chair but members of the Committee on Foreign Affairs. We don't want you to buy into this thing. Okay, whoever the president trusts, who he wants to be foreign minister, that's the woman you trust. So do the needful. Do the needful. All these the schools mentioned in a woman's resume. She took classes at some of these schools. She attended some. The woman has experience. The woman got education. This woman is educated. She's educated. She's experienced. Yeah, she's a performance-based person.
Yes, let's wish her the best of luck, Sarah. And I think
and the UN cannot hire any book of
but you know to break through
that perception. That perception again, she made her way through. Who can make her way through like that?
Brian will say you should fake it.
Made her way through where?
Sarah, I want to wish you the best of luck. Just having in mind as you go for your confirmation, Sarah Beslo, all of the questions will be sent to her rank credential because like Brian's finished interviewing already instead of the House of Senate. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised when you hear all of the questions just on credential. Don't be looking at what you have to offer. What are your plans?
Let me tell you,
to bring on to the foreign minister.
On you, if I was a member of that committee, my questions would never be based on. Maybe we'll just give her the opportunity as they would normally do, give you the opportunity to flow and stuff. But to really go to that question, the other university didn't no.
Because
you forget about that thing. We already know. The people who know plenty, they're not ready. We're not read. We want you to the confirmation set. Okay.
Yes, so the best of luck. So Sarah is just between the line now where King Solomon, had a baby. The other mother said the other child and my child. The other one said both of them they were claiming the child, right? They said, but then the king said the best thing to do, I'll just kill this child.
I mean, split it.
You carry half. The other one who love the child.
The real owner said, no, give it to her. Let the child live. So let this child live.
So asking for the wisdom.
Don't dim this light. Do not dim this light. Don't.
Look, they don't fight that easy. Until the deputy minister have to come out and better release and say, I'm part of the thing, yo. So people are part of this. People are owning this thing, yeah.
Senator
They don't want
Dillon
this lady to
and
be
the committee, listen to this. If you didn't see it, go to Representative Musa Berede's page. He writes, do not dim this light. Don't.
Let's move on.
Don't.
We move.
Okay.
We move. So
don't dim this light.
Yeah. So, Councilor Gongolo, just hold on. We'll bring you in 10 minutes from now. Yes. With Councilor Cooper Kra, a very good man. You know, Musa Din had a lot of tough time when he was Justice Minister in Liberia. We know the CDC, the Unity Party, going back and forth. So Musa Din, he was not a bad character, but I think he was caught between the line. When any professional person caught between the line to find yourself out, it can be easy. Like legendary Geo Michael Simone Rainey. Very good information minister at then.
But no money at the ministry.
Apart from money too, he was caught between the line. Instead of he speaking a mouthpiece for government, then maybe a carols were released. So he was caught between. Anytime you caught between the line,
people are always usurping your function.
Yeah, you can be the best, but once you caught between the line, that's how. So, but Councilor Cooper Kra, you know, nominated as Justice Minister. There is this guy who always will just wait.
Edgar Sidney. I need Edgar Sidney.
The full name?
Edgar Sidney.
Anytime Cooper Kra nomination pops up,
I tell the story can
I kind of mess story can start. So there's a motive behind this.
Exactly.
The chair on that committee. This is not a new thing.
Councilor Augustine Chair. Is a chair on.
Okay.
Yes,
it's a legal man. Yes, it's a legal man. Council. In 2018, let's just take you back. In 2018, the same thing popped up.
When the council was nominated as Minister of Post and Telecommunication,
the same story came up. And the interesting thing is,
they invited
the guy who said
in the Senate chamber.
The minister filed, let's go to the Supreme Court. Since then, how many years? Almost 5 years ago. Since the man is nominated back, the case resurfaced.
He came by in the media. and allegedly he will call somebody and say, call the Senate, call Councilor Kra, tell him if he doesn't do this is what we call blackmail. Some of you who don't know the definition of blackmail. Some of you who do not know the definition of blackmail, this is blackmail. You call somebody, say, tell that man, you know the thing that happened 14 years ago. He say, yeah. Say, call him, say, Edgar, say, you must give him 7,500. You not give it. He coming back with that same story behind you so that they will deny your confirmation.
When is Cooper going for a confirmation?
Councilor Kra is supposed to go for his confirmation anytime this week. The date has not really been set yet. So again, let me say this before you can say anything just in 1 or 2 minutes. Right now, what is happening in this country is, for some of us, it is saddening that I think it happens in other countries too anyway, that people will like to get at people in any other way. I don't want to go to the details of what happened, what transpired. If I have some details about what actually has transpired between Mr. Edgar Sidney and that of Councilor Kra. He had hired a lawyer at the time who was an attorney. Okay, he won a case against his partner, and then when they went to the lower court, they won the case, but a co-partner then took an appeal to the Supreme Court. His lawyer was an attorney who could not preach in the Supreme Court. As you are aware, only councillors can preach at the Supreme Court.
Sure.
So Councilor Kra was consulted through his law firm to go and represent him. They won the case.
Okay.
You know, the cost of judgment in that case was like 600,000. Okay. But he's been taking this money and stuff, withdrawing it small through legal papers with receipts, everything
of the 600,000.
And you understand? But what happened is that all that money are not being raised because the person who's supposed to get that cause of judgment is based in another country doing a different business because they are already intended to fraud this guy already. So Councilor Kra and others, including Councilor United Twan, they all fought that case at the Supreme Court. They won that case. The cause of judgment coming small. At the end of the day, 3 councilors, $9,000 is what all of them got out of that thing. So out
of the 600,000.
Yes, but actually 105,000 was raised.
Okay.
Yeah, so the outstanding has not been raised to the knowledge of me, and according to the investigation I have also done. Okay, but this man will bring out this thing out of the time to say, you know, so they in the wisdom of people Why the story only come out when this man is nominated, for example? Why? Why it only comes out? So I mean, this is almost a blackmail.
Yeah.
Because you have somebody, the man will use men of God to call the man and say, yeah, this is Reverend.
Pay
This
something. Pay something.
The man say, if you not do this one, he will do the same thing again.
Oh.
So members of the Senate again, that's why we call you the House of Elders, even though people can argue say no, it's not by constitutional law to say the Senate is the House of Elders, but you know, by our own understanding of the role you play nationally, we call you the House of Elders. So we want you to sometimes throw away some of these dirty people bring on people when it comes to people seeking opportunities. It is wrong. Councilor Krua, the first time I heard about him was the time I went to Peace Empire in Ganta. We went for a training and we were sitting, and a team of lawyers were sitting. They were discussing about. Nobody knew I was a journalist. You know, I went on my training, and then again we went out to just, you know, stress-free. And these lawyers were praising Councilor Krua. They didn't know, they didn't have any thought that in the future you're going to be named as justice minister, nothing. There are a lot of lawyers in this country, hardcore key lawyers who admire that old man so much. Again, we want to come back to the Senate and say, some of these things you see, they are just personal fight out of hate, envy, or people want to get something out of people. Blackmail, we would like to say, you know, for lack of better words. So, again, there are other personal issues that happens in everybody's life. What other newspaper wrote and talk about his divorce and this and that? Who has never divorced before? That one is not even important.
I mean, that's off the record.
So that's one is off the record. It's not important. So again, we want to say what is trending. I think the media have caught itself right now. If you read a couple of the papers today on you will read a real story. Okay. Just get a copy of any of the papers that we reviewed today, including the New Republic, the Analyst, the New Dawn. Read some of these papers and get a real story in that paper. This man is doing this thing against Councilor Krua because he just want to extort money out of him. Even if it is assuming about a meeting, that you claim that, this money we're raising Councilor Krua and stuff, there was 58,000 stuff in question. Okay, assuming about a meeting, right? You owe this man law firm $120,000. That's what Edgar Sidney owes Councilor Krua's firm, or the firm that he was with, or he's with, right? Now, if you subtract that money plus the 3,000 that he received cash, which is real, that Councilor United Tour, Councilor Lofan all knows about, right? If they take, okay, that is soon now. Okay, 58,000 out of that money, and see how much you still owe the man. Okay. So why are you going around, why does it only come out doing when Councilor Krua was confirmed as
Post and Telecom?
That story down. It didn't come back again.
So after 5 years.
After 6 years, let's just say 6.
Then they put it at 5.
Okay, let's put 5.
2018. Yeah.
After 5 years, as soon President Baka said Cooper Krua for Justice Minister, bam, story bounce again. Why? That is Senate use their wisdom, man.
Use your wisdom, House of Senate.
That's all I can say.
Yes. Maybe tomorrow we'll continue. But we need to find out when Cooper Krua is going for confirmation. Yes, we'll follow up on that. But the talking points I do bucket up, so we're gonna skip some and keep some for tomorrow. Trust me. Sure. We're gonna close up with this one. Don't bring on Councilor Tewan Gongolo shortly. There was a mini protest at the president home in rehab. We saw that all on the social media for jobs. Some of them were saying this was the rescue mission we all envisioned for. Yes. So why is it the names we are seeing? These are not the regular names we are seeing all popping up on the social media. Yes, there was a heavy crowd right before the president home. And I mean, that even fools the Unity Party chairman, Luther Tapper. Some people are pointing a finger, and the chairman have no idea as to whosoever is responsible for this. So the chairman of the Unity Party, Luther Tapper, have distanced himself for whatsoever amount of people that went to the president home in terms of many protests, saying that the names they are seeing coming up through the e-mansion, these are not the familiar names. So meanwhile, why this was happening, George Weah Yes, where George Weah appeared in Turin. Yes, and did a very beautiful video. Let's hope we can bring this video down. Bring on Councilor Tewon Gongolo. Then follow up, talk to your leader. This is the morning edition of the TBS. I mean, so George Weah standing among the doors. Richie, let's hope you get this off for us. I think it's a message you are trying to send out. Yes, how many of you? So he posted that, and most of the bloggers ran with George Weah just before Juventus game on yesterday. Had this video trending. There was a trending video all on the social media. People say yes, he knows what he's doing when he appears for video. Is something that he wants to go public. So Juventus was here to play Inter Milan, which of course they lost 1-0. But before that match, he went among doors. Rachel, where is the video? You know, that it's a symbol, it's a message you're saying that I'm a free man now. I'm trying to interpret that video for you. Most of you saw birds coming around the former president, and he was in a happy mood singing, yes, all of that. But that tells you, well, I'm a free man now. I'm out there doing a different thing. Probably I'll return after 4 years or 5 years, just 1 year to election, and then I come back. Anyway, yes, but let's we can bring on Councilor Tewon Gongolo. This issue of appointment, what is about law? Is it false that every county should have a minister? I saw Amara Conan post that you did promise us that each county will have minister. What is going on? So I want to bring on Councilor Tewon Gongolo professionally for his own legal saying on this matter. Yes, we have seen back and forth now with the Unity Party. Amara Kona is no more holding his feelings. Now he's on social media posting. And where's Tewon Gongolo legal saying on this one? Yes, whether that every county should have a minister at least, all right, for what we're seeing from all of the political appointments. So we'll get calls coming up. It's about 11 minutes up to 9 o'clock. This is the TBS at 9:15 this morning. We're going to bring on District Number 4, Representative of Nima County, Representative Ernest Menza. Mansier. Is there a Dani or the man's name? Mansier. Yeah. What council on? Okay, so pick calls that when council call, we'll bring him through. Yes, talk to your leader.
0770202579. This is the TBS on Truth 96 FM.
Yeah, so we got council. We have former presidential candidate, Councilor Tewon Gongolo. Good morning to you, Councilor Gongolo.
Good morning, O'Neill. Been a long time.
How you doing? Happy New Year.
I'm doing fine. Very happy return.
Since the election, I'm just hearing your voice.
I must be, man.
Yeah, that's all right. It was, I ran campaign more than anybody in this country, going to 354 towns. It took a toll on me, so I've been resting and recovering.
Okay.
I returned to the law school to teach, and as I'm speaking to you, I'm marking papers for human rights law and criminal law exams. So.
Hey, council. Council, I can normally play a teaser, man. We will order this government.
And
they'll say President Gongolo.
They will come to me and tell me, say, President Gongolo, this is what happened this quarter.
Interestingly, I know the whole country, so
Okay.
Great. You can't tell me to go to Solo where you spend so much money. I will know.
Okay. Are you following up with all of the appointments in government? And are you following back and forth the President Joseph Boyka?
Yes, I'm following with interest, and I've heard all of the statements made by Senator Bernie Johnson, the chairman of the party of the ruling party, one of the heavyweights in the party, Senator Amara Conner, and they're complaining about some counties being left out and some counties getting more. But as a lawyer, I like to explain, and this was in my 10-point agenda for Better Liberia, that appointment to ministerial post is not a question of choice. It's not the discretion of the president. This discretion of the president will go to who you select, but the law provides that every county must be represented in the executive branch of government. In 1973, the legislature enacted a law, the executive law, section 10.2 I can quote to you, says, as much as practicable, the president shall appoint one cabinet minister from each of the counties. In law, when we use the word shall, it becomes mandatory. There's no choice in that. So one of the mandates of the president is to make sure that every county is reflected in the executive branch. And why is this so? It is the executive branch that runs government that affect the day-to-day lives of all citizens. But there's a history to it. You know, in 1964, 4 counties were created, 4 new counties, Grand Jida, Nimba, Lofa, and Bon County. By the 1970s, they have produced so many educated for PhDs and all that. And the point in the legislature side and say, you know what? It can't just be the coastal counties and with the old counties. People from the countries are getting so educated, we've got to include them in the government. So when that law was passed, President Tobo appointed Jean Babia, Minister of Defense, Jackson Abdul, Minister of Education, Cho Pa from Grand Jeda, Jean Babia from Bon County, Jackson Abdul from Nimba, Cho Pa from Grand Jeda County as Minister of Post and Telecommunication, and then Edward Kessley from Lufa County, Minister of Information. That brought some level of satisfaction among Liberians because they felt themselves reflected there in the government. That law had not been amended or repealed. It is still the law. And therefore, the president on our obligation to make sure that the 15 counties get one cabinet minister each. When you finish doing that, if you, the remaining one, of course, when you ask one, some counties might get 2, some counties might get even 3. But just make sure that every county gets one cabinet minister. That is the law.
I mean, in quite recent time, this have not been happening, man. From Ellen Johnson, George Weah, now Joseph Boycott.
They have been violating the law. President Trump upheld it, but they have been violating the law. Taylor didn't uphold it. Ellen Salib did not uphold it. President Salib did not uphold it. George Weah did not uphold it. But I can divulge this because that one is not confidential. As the Deputy Minister of Justice, Solicitor General, I walked to the President of it, Madam President, you are in violation of your oath of office. She said, what do you mean? I said, you took oath to obey the Constitution and statute laws of Liberia. One of the laws says, at Section 10.2, that you are under obligation to appoint one cabinet minister from each of the countries. Why I went there? Because you have 5 cabinet ministers at that time from Cape Mount. And if you add the Director General of Cabinet at that time, Momo Roger, that would be 6. So I said, this is not good. Bapulo does not have, Bapulo Iginata and Bapulo does not have, Riverji does not name several countries. I said, so you are in violation. I said, but CDC and the Liberty Party are looking at sentimental things. If it was strong, it is an impeachable offense for you to violate your oath of office. They will be getting you on this. So do it. She said, I like that law. And I point on the business of confidence. But in 1973, our lawmakers were clear that everybody must be there when they are dividing, because the executive branch that drafts the budget, you know, and the budget, the government is run by the budget, the allocation of money. So they wanted for everyone to be there, not in a, you know, it's not a legislature that runs the government, the executive branch that runs it on a day-to-day basis. So the president is on our obligation to get every county one cabinet minister each at the law.
Okay. Yeah, so Council, we don't have much time. I mean, you're marking papers in the law school there. Yes. Yeah, I want you to make some.
And the hardest thing to do, you got to be fair when you're marking. When you minus one here, you minus the same one for the other point. So, yeah.
Council, before I take leave of you, I mean, your party, the LPP, supported the rescue mission. I'm not seeing the names popping up. I mean, what's happening?
No, we're very clear in our support. You know, we're the first to even support the Unity Party. We didn't do a conditional job, but we would like to benefit from the gains made by them winning. I made it clear to the president that we have a lot of qualified people in every field, including law, just everywhere, environmental science. In fact, my running mate, Dr. Yuri Akwago, I is probably the best trained in environmental science in Liberia. You want somebody from the EPA? The man got a.
You hoping that something will come from the party? LPB? I'm not seeing. I'm still looking. I'm still seeing through the email. I'm not seeing nothing from the LPB.
You know, I mean, we want LPP to be reflected in government. We have a whole lot of people who are trained, but again, you know, we are ready to work. If the president wants anyone for our party, he has a dossier of resumes that he can choose from. If he doesn't, you know, there's today, there's tomorrow. You know, so.
Council, are you going to contest 2029?
That is not what I don't even know what I would live.
Don't be scaring politician, man. People planning already. I know some names for 2029.
That's all right. Don't try to go against me. I don't even know what I would live on this evening. So I don't make no kind of decision before the old man changes my scorecard. So
I like that.
I like it, man. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Okay, Council. Yeah, let's take a couple of calls. Good morning.
Yes, community.
Yes, yeah. Your name again? I didn't get it.
David G. Flomo.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me just speak to my leader this morning, Honorable Fote E. Family. Let me remind you, please, Honorable, you came on board by the popular mandate of District number 7, Bone County, and you were in the vanguard advocating for the citizens in terms of the Channel Union MDA. You are there. We don't want the Channel Union to be like the one in Bone County. Please do the needful. The citizens still listening to you. Since your election, we hope to see you back in the district and tell us what Channel Union is going to do for us. Thank you this morning.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
No. Your background is bad. Man. Good morning.
Marka, good morning.
We're not advance anybody.
It's the voice of Prince Olake. Marka, I phoned this time from District 5 along Integrity Avenue.
As always.
Marka, I'm sensing a certain level of disrespect on the part of this government. Owing to the fact that if you hear from O.Roerts Johnson yesterday, if you listen to him yesterday, you see the cry, you see the anger in him. There's a saying that the early warning that leads to danger. We in balance, we were hunted, we were chased after, we were molested, and we were prosecuted for our action yesterday. So I'm appealing to this government, hearing the need of septic county dominating, only because they are no fear is something that beats my imagination. The early warning that leads to danger. Good morning, His Excellency.
But I change I wanted to make. I've been making a change already. Why you want again? Anyway, he's gone.
Move on, man.
He's gone. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Let me say good morning to the Liberian people.
30 seconds.
Thank you. My name is Floyd Doma, and I've come this morning for District 2, Loma County. Well, when you're Marka, you know, Tamina is the only survivor at the mercy of life. So the greatest model still up there, so your teacher cannot be where it's at. Then the Liberian people have demonstrated that especially confident they have been able to transform a particular foreign ministry and rejuvenating the glorious past and restoring the fragments of our institution. So I'm following the Facebook. Some people are making that post in terms of male political chicanery and has no room in the legal understanding.
Now the English I'm looking for today, my young man. That political chicanery.
Yeah, chicanery. Which one hasn't said it?
It is a popular message for the people to have what be confirmed as the next Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, Pastor.
Good morning, Marka. Thank you for taking my call. Good morning to Olio. Excuse me. I agree with Councillor Gonglo about having the 15 different counties be represented in these ministries. They're actually going to give some sort of equilibrium on what goes to each county because they have a voice somehow. Now, on the thing about Madam
Beslo Yanti?
Sarah Bessler Conant, I really want Liberia to take a great look at this woman. When I say great, I mean careful look and evaluate and tell me why she shouldn't be. Whoever brought that kind of information disqualifying her in some way in education made a very bad mistake. It seems to be somebody who wants that job or something like that. On the other hand, I want to talk to Mr. Darius Dillon, Senator Darius Dillon. You are there for us. Take a keen look here and put that woman in the position she deserves and Liberia deserves overall. So please don't play around with us. Do the right thing by us. Thank you very much, and God bless everybody.
Thank you, Pastor. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka. Good morning, O'Neil. My name is Emmett Hammer, and calling from Kansas City this morning. Marka, I'm calling all Honorable Darius Dillon and the others. You saw what happened when the little woman came in. You saw when 1,000 Liberians, including Dugama and other former foreign ministers on the team. That is an answer to us. He is not a liability. So I'm asking him, Honorable Dillon, just about critique of credential when it comes to education, when you're one in the House of Parliament. Please give us the opportunity to let us stop or let us take that position, let our country be on the international scene when it comes to the foreign ministry. Thank you so much this morning.
Thank you so much, Emmett. This show is dominated by Mark B.
No, not Mark B. show. That Mark B.
And let me say good morning to the many listeners and viewers following the broadcast this morning. My name is Aloysius P. Stromo Jr. and I flew in this morning from Lower Margibi County, precisely District 2. Let me add my voice to the many voices that have spoken in the direction of the confirmation process of Madam Sarah Beslow Yanti. I think this individual has made a tremendous mark within the international community, most especially at the level of the United Nations. So the Liberian Senate, headed by Senator Dillon, who is chairing the Committee on Foreign Affairs, the 14. There is a first test as chairman on that committee to confirm this, madam, because if you will be going contrary, or that committee will be going contrary, do not listen to the many calls of the Liberian people to confirm this particular asset that we have. It means that Liberia, our foreign policy and our foreign ministry will not be up to that and will not be seeing that change that we are yearning for. So, please do the needful thing. Let us not be carried away by these mere Facebook political chicanery, and we will confirm this matter.
Thank you.
Okay.
To us, let us all take in that direction of confirming her. Thank you for having me.
Okay, thank you.
So there's a nuclear boys there. Get talk too much. Let's go to name account. Good morning.
Good morning, my good friend and brother, O.Roerts Roberts.
Morning.
The name remains constant, so I am here and I'm calling for my newly assigned European Let me say thank you this morning for the stories. And let me say good morning to my political leader, Honorable Musa Hassan Belete, and that of the President of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Nima Bwaka, that President. And when you go discussing general studio, the way it's happening to Bomi and Greg Kidman, that those companies have come to enable to come and extracting our resources, or as they use the word exploiting the natural resources of our rural countries. They are not giving back to our people. And our lawmaker will elect them to go and speak on behalf of the people. But they didn't get many after on Saturday or other day, those lawmakers go to the drug company. Sometime when they get
no, that's alleged. You don't have the fact, but yeah, you don't have the fact. You get caught by say some, so let's say alleged. Anyway.
They will not pay for the betterment of the people of our countries. Like even when we find ourselves in one of the major resources or one of the biggest resources we have in this country, the Mount Nimba. On the 6th day or the 7th day up to now, people are there exploiting the resources from there. And there's no benefit. You
don't put a bush max us the bush master us out. No, don't do it. Don't be the bombing country. Okay, great. They'll speak for it. Let's take one more call. Good morning.
Good morning, O.Roerts, and good morning to our citizens of Margibi County. This is Harris Layton. I do call you from Margibi.
Beginning next week, we'll be taking 2 calls for Margibi County by county. Yeah, the whole show, not Margibi show. Anyway, go ahead.
But it's not the day, but I should remember that Margibians voted for it massively, and we have all the hurricanes.
Oh, nobody come for the county, yeah?
No, I come from Margibi.
I just heard Brother Morris.
I'm not Margibians.
Okay.
So Boga is not baby. Boga should remember that marketing for them massively, and should think about marketing.
Okay.
We have all the top hurricanes that battle against United Party.
Okay.
But marketing stood with United Party.
All right.
This come around. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Boga na baby. That Boga will want. Great, folks. You listen up to the Breakfast Show. We got commercial break coming up shortly. This is 96 for Ward. I intend to play this video. Yes, I think we got it now. Q. Yes, with all of the noise happening, the former president George Weah, this video have almost 100,000, even more than that, view on the social media array. This is former President George Weah. Those of you watching the Facebook, all right. He went for a match with Inter Milan and Juventus, right before the stadium at the San Siro. Yes, Inter was playing home at the San Siro. And he just stood with the birds. And there's a message he tried to send out. You see the picture? Yes, just give it a play. He tried to send this message out. But people just said, like, yeah, the president was on the bird, you know, having fun and thing. This message was, I'm a free man. You see the birds? Yes, and he's so excited. If I would say 100% excited. This is Josh. This is it. Yes, at the San Siro, where his son, played. Yes, I'm a very free man. What's happening in Calasco? What's happening in River there? Calasco say, one person that Boyka nominated, noise can be easy. Like, we are asking Calasco. When Joseph Boyka makes some nominations, the noise are there. So okay, get your phone. I know George too good. Grab your phone before the match. Come do someone a 3 minutes video. Let post it, bring people see it. Let's have some distraction. And that video trending, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's trending.
And to have, you know, the football Ballon d'Or winner, football president, where people making their way into the stadium, you know, doing a video drop or something special, man. That man. What do you blue?
Josh.
No more headache. No more Montana McGill calling. No more Samuel 12 calling. Say no leg. We have leg arrows giving electricity.
That Tony nothing said talking in the Bravina one come by.
Look, the job me are looking in the video here. Eh?
God bless you. Now move for you. Then come back again.
You won't come back.
Come back.
Money.
Let's prepare different leaders.
Money looking like you're free man.
Let's prepare different leaders.
Yeah.
And we'll see the leadership from some member of the Senate with some of these confirmation.
Yes.
So some of your decision for the confirmation will either say you want a very better political path, or it take away a lot from your political future. Yes.
Yeah.
Because the voice of the people. You heard the call when we open the line right now, you listen to the callers.
Okay.
Almost 90% of the callers are calling on the Senate to do the needful by confirming, especially the foreign minister designated.
Yes. So
90%.
And that's why I said, Maka, Senator Dillon, you contested twice, you never won. The collaborating political party, the CPP, had to come together, backed by the Liberian people. Everybody was calling you the light. I mean, God is the light of the world. We know that, right? They saw that, yes, this man could make a better senator for us. That's why he defeated Polita Wie in a stronghold of CDC in Monserrado. Thomas Fala, he defeated Thomas Fala. That House of Senate had confirmed a lot of FEC in the past. Let me use the word. This just going George Weah administration. People who just graduated from university with no job experience. I repeat, I'm not calling names. Some of my own good friends with no job experience just graduated. That House of Senate confirmed them. When they got confirmed, they go to job, they went on to work with party mandate and will bring you a professional person. A professional. The prophet is not respected in your own home. This is a simple scenario there. I was reading on the workings of Sarah, and I saw it. I said, "Oh my God, this lady have decided to come back home. She contested for the presidency, all right, and decided to reduce herself and say, well, I can still help Joseph Boyka, and and make a better foreign minister for him. That's law for country Sarah. Sarah is now a liability to Liberia. If we don't confirm her, she can travel the next minute out of this country and still live a better life and still go back in the UN
but just
and work.
Know that in the future that decision will harm some of you.
Yes. If you step on it, if you ignore all of the working of this lady and don't confirm her,
the over 2,000 presidential appointees you will go after and critique all of their credentials, their experience, where their work data. We hope that happens with everybody. This witch hunt should stop. Yes. So let's take the break.
Yes. Best of luck as we close off, Sarah. Just know, so all the questions will be on credential because the social media finna interview you. And we'll close up. Good morning, our president, my president, our president, Joseph Yuma Boyka. You are no more political leader, but you are president for seditions. Sedition, like you are now, Joseph Boyka, you president for them. Liberty Partisan, the CPP, you like you or not, you are president for them. So
Manimba people, y'all manage your expectation. They think you're on more than say that you're just pushing the president and the fall now. I think that's so.
Uncle Joe.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see, we'll get our break.
Yes.
I'm just seeing this lawmaker for the very first time.
Yes. And he himself is just seeing the cabinet building.
So everything our first time today. We will rock it here today.
The first time the mail were in a chamber, the mail just watching. Say, so that I think the mail be doing.
Okay.
The mark from the other person to the other person, by just raising a point. Say, okay, I'm looking at him.
I see.
Next moment I come back.
Someone just says Senator Johnson is listening. Okay, Senator morning. We're taking our break.
Senator, good morning.
Senator, good morning.
Senator, good morning. Your son
had
the money. Your other son.
Senator, good morning. Senator, let's go for a break. We'll be right back.
My Senator call you that 1 hour. Just get ready to talk.
Whoa, that made a football saw, man.
Chima, yes. Since when you start liking football business?
Oh, the orange squall must be it. They got me feeling that number now. Big player just has scoring 9 times.
My 7 playing to score more goals too. I've been playing since day.
Be a football czar. Score goals with your fingers by activating any orange service in the Football Czar campaign. There are 200 daily winners of 1.5 gigabytes of data, 101 weekly winners of a 50-inch TV, 125 kg bags of rice, 32 monthly winners of 1 keke, 1 motorbike, and 30 smartphones, and a grand raffle draw of a brand new vehicle. To check your goals and for more information about the services to activate, dial *009#. For more information, call us on 111 free of charge.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
The Central Bank of Liberia announces to the public as of March 31, the old money will no longer be used to buy anything or pay for any services in Liberia. If you haven't exchanged your old money for the new money, the Central Bank of Liberia is asking you to do so now. The old money is the money printed before 2021. Yes, CBL say as of March 31, the old money will no longer be used to buy anything or pay for any services in Liberia. This is a message from the Central Bank of Liberia.
Okay, so welcome back to the True Breakfast Show on Truth 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Yeah, it's about 15 minutes down 9 o'clock. We have District number 4 representative of us from Nima County live in studio to Mecca. We'll be between the seasons. I'll be back and forth. Don't go away. This is the TBS. My name is O'Neill. Yeah, so let's link up with Mecca on this one.
Thank you, O'Neill. Again, welcome to the show. Like we indicated in our lineup this morning, we have with us Representative Ernest Mansier. He is our guest this morning, and this is our first interaction. Yeah, even though we've been, chatting and stuff like that, but this is actually our first interaction. Good morning, welcome to Truth FM.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. David, and good morning to everyone listening to us at this time.
Okay, it's great. So, like jokingly, we were saying, the first time you were in the chamber, you're just looking and saying, But so what was it like? Just what was your impression when you entered the house? Because when you're going through the campaign process, the election, you are imagining in your head what the house will look like. So when you enter, what was the actual experience?
It was like
was it what you are pictured in your mind?
It was not exactly what I pictured in my mind, because to some extent you listen to the guy, motion, injection, information. So I was like a little bit lost. But again, it was a very exciting movement for me, and it was a first time experience. So all I can say is that I needed to just sit down to follow them, to listen to and see what was going on.
Okay. Yeah, that is great. So, on a more serious note, let the public know who is Ernest Mercier.
Yeah. So, thank you very much for having us on your show here this morning. The first thing is that Ernest Mercier is the son of Nimba County, specifically from the Dan tribe, who was born in Nimba, grew up there, went to school in Bound and Campley.
Okay.
And then until 2008, when I graduated from Car High School and having to be the dues for the entire Nimba school system, I was awarded scholarship to travel to the Kingdom of Morocco, where I did my undergraduate and graduate degree there, and returned back home in 2014 with a master's degree in geology. Okay. And when I came back home, my first job was at the then Nimba Community College, where I served as the assistant director for the mining and geology department. Later moved to Monrovia.
I see why you're popular among the student community in Nimba.
Oh, yes. So I later moved to Monrovia, where I started volunteering at the Ministry of Mines and Energy.
Okay.
And I was later appointed as the GIS expert there in the mining cadastral system, where I served for like 4 years, and then I later was promoted as the director for the Liberian Geological Survey, the position which I served in for like 2 years until I resigned sometime in 2022, when I was very busy with the election activities in Nimba. So Ernest is married with 2 kids, and I live all of my time, most especially in Nimba and here when I came for studies, and I've been basically involved with some other personal activities, church activities, and the rest of it. And today I'm elected the representative for the people of District Number 4, Nimba County.
Okay, that is great. With all this beautiful profile, you were claiming a lot of gradually at the level of the Minister of Mines and Energy. Why you decided to go into politics?
Oh yes, our system is becoming a way that if you may have all of these beautiful ideas and platform or profile experiences and things, but at the end of the day, you sit down and not being part of the decision-making body, you get another person, making decision on your behalf. Like when I was at the Ministry of Mines and Energy, I remember on several occasions how the ministry budget was slashed, because you have somebody who doesn't know about the sector making decision on behalf of the engineers. So as a result, you get this thing like, who is there to make the decision on our behalf? So coming from that background, and also being one of the state men in our district and a professional person at that rate, coming from Nimba County, I feel that my coming into politics with the little bit of experience and expertise we have acquired over the time, it will help to make the better decision and the right choice for our people. Because if all of us sit down and say we are not interested into politics, and we send people who has no idea about what affects our people, and then we'll all be on the radio every morning how the government is not doing well, how this person is not doing the right thing. So we ourselves want to also be part of the decision making to make sure that we make decision that affects our people positively.
Exactly. Is this your first attempt running in an election?
Oh yes. It's actually my first attempt.
So what one hit?
Oh yeah. I can jokingly say I'm an Arab trained person, so we don't miss on target.
Exactly.
Whatever we want to go into is something that we sit down, and study it well, and then make sure that when I get there, I get what I want. So it was my first time. And surprisingly, when I got into politics, many people, it was very surprising to people because I never spoke on any public radio before.
Okay.
I never participated in any political debate before. But surprisingly, I got on the scene and everybody started like, oh, wow, is this guy going to make it? But at the end, we made it.
Exactly. So before we can go to reviewing your platform, that is the kind of promises you made to the people which convinced them to vote for you. I mean, just share a little bit of your experience during the course of the campaign. You have adversaries, or if you like, opponents, people who were running for the same seat. You had an incumbent and all of that. Just share a bit of your experience.
Yeah, so it was, again, another learning curve because being somebody who had not been part of the political scene, let me say, who had not been on the political scene before fully, and somebody who had been fully focused on technical activities and the rest of it. So from the beginning, I needed to get started, and who were the kind of people that I could easily get around to, in order to push my agenda out there. So being a very young person, so I found the youth populace as my first audience, most especially the student community. Like you said, I'm one of the most popular person in the student community, yes, because for the very first time after my first engagement here in Monrovia, the next group of people that I targeted was the student community at the Nima University College. I tried to do my background investigation as to what the current lawmaker, what was the engagement with the student community. I found that the student community was one of the neglected group in the district. So what I did, I started hitting right away the student community. And our first donation to them was around 170,000 when we gave to them at the Nima Community College by then. So it stirred up everything for me. And the young people started coming up, embracing our ideas and the rest of it. But in all sincerity, it was a very, very difficult fight because I have a lot of oppositions. People felt that I'm not part of the political group in the district. So coming on the scene, it was an affront to them. Like in my hometown, I have a brother who contested in the 2017 election. So coming up from nowhere, he feels that he was the representative, and then I was taking his job. So I had a very difficult fight. And again, we give God the glory that.
Do you want to be fair to the public to state the factors that played in your favor?
There are a lot of factors that play in my favor. The first thing, if I can say, not the priority one, but I'm not going to list them based on the impact they have, but I'm just going to say that the first thing that played in my favor was the fact that the past lawmaker, had not focused on the young people, most especially human capacity building. This was one of the things that we used against him. And the next thing, again, being a young person, I managed the young people, and the young people make up most of our population this time. So the young people found themselves in me. So it was one of the factors that played the most, in my favor. And again, lastly, when we started, the momentum was getting, very high. It was when Honorable Kagon, who happened to be the past lawmaker, when he left the MDR ticket, and MDR happened to be the resident party for Nimba, Senator Johnson needed somebody by our cause who was very formidable to unseat Honorable Kagon. So doing his investigation, he realized that I was the only, candidate that was really head to head with Honorable Kagon. So,
sellable.
Yeah, so it was very easy to bring me on board, and which it plays very, very much well for me.
I knew you were going to say that because I can recall very well that from the time Senator Johnson being in Nimba, he has made a lot of leaders. Yes, his influence in Nimba is huge. It's unarguable. So yes, let's go to now the seat that you fought for over the period of time. You've gotten it. There are other people who went for the first time, they didn't make it. Second time, they didn't make it. Third time, before some of them surfaced. But I mean, you went, like you said, an Arab soldier. You went for the target, and you got it. So let's tell the public, tell the people of District Number 4. For them, it will be like you are re-emphasizing. What is it that you promised the people?
Yeah, so the first thing is we want to start by publicly saying we are grateful to the people of District Number 4. It is our first time to say this, in a very broad manner, like nationwide.
Yes.
So we are grateful to the people that they saw leadership in us. They understand, let me say, they buy our ideas. And today they have elected us to be the next lawmaker for the coming 6 years. And one thing we can say is that those things that we said during the campaign was not ordinary campaign message. It was something that we really meant, and we pray that we will have the capacity to implement them. Okay. One of our promises to the people was, for the fact that we were young people, and before our name gets out there, it was because of the student community, most especially the youth of the district. So one of my promises to the people was, in the first 90 days, we're going to try about all means possible to secure 10 international scholarships for the children of District Number 4.
Okay.
And this scholarship will be awarded mostly to these children who stood by us during the rain, during the sun, to make sure that we make at least the first difference. That was one. And
scholarship for like graduate studies or undergraduate?
Undergraduate.
Okay.
They will all be undergraduate studies.
Okay.
And these children, by the grace of God, if we are not had this long Rickman road.
Do you have that link and connection to do that?
Oh yes.
Okay.
I'm one of those who have been, heavily, engaged in human capacity building in the district. Okay. Currently, I have about 6 students in Rwanda that we sent there since 2021.
Okay.
And we have been, supporting them. And by the grace of God, our first batch of students will be graduating this June or July.
Okay.
So we intend to increase the number. Rwanda school is not that very expensive. Okay. Sponsoring, somebody to Rwanda is just like you're sending somebody to Stella Maris here, or maybe Cotton.
Okay.
Probably maybe less. So we have some level of capacity to do that, and we are committed to doing so. So we pray that by the time we get settled down in the next 1-2 months, we'll be announcing the names of people.
But then you take your first and second pay, eh?
Oh yeah. By the time I take my first and second pay,
okay.
Definitely I will be looking up to buy my children tickets.
Okay.
And immediately they will be leaving the country.
Yes.
Probably maybe they will leave in 2 batches because some of the university wanted to go to. Maybe they may not be taking students during second semester.
Yeah,
so those who, depending the course you'll be doing, some group may be going maybe between now and March, and then the last.
You said 10.
Yeah, 10.
Wow, I mean that would be a huge impact.
Yeah, so we are looking at
educate
Rwanda,
10 persons from a district.
We are looking at Rwanda and also India. Okay. So depending on the cost of maintaining those children out there for this period of time, we are actually looking at the less expensive area.
Okay. So let's look at impact on the people in the district.
Yeah, so impact on the people in the district. One of the things that the people told us during the campaign time is that there are a lot of requests put before us. But those requests, we understand that they are not requests that you can do some of them in 1 year time or even in 2 years time. It's something that you have to do them over the time. So we look among those requests, and we pick those ones that we may usually call the low-hanging fruits. That we feel that in the shortest period of time, maybe in 6 months time, we can accomplish them. So one of the promises we made to them was to erect at least 6 guest houses across the 6 chiefdoms that make up my district. Like in my district, you got a Bo. Actually, Bo is not a chiefdom; it's an administrative district. So we intend to erect one there between now in the next, let's say, in the first 90 days. Even if we cannot finish those projects, we have to break ground for them and make sure we reach to the point after the first 90 days. Let me say during the first 90 days. So we'll be erecting that mostly at the chiefdom headquarters. So that's one of the things. These are the 2 most important things we say to the people that we're going to accomplish at least in our first 90 to 180 days. Apart from that, we will be, it's not really a project, but it will be some activities. We'll be calling on peace and reconciliation, programs in the district, where we'll be inviting all of those who participated in the election. Our election over there can be sometimes very,
how many persons ran for that seat?
We were 17. Yeah.
17?
We were 17 candidates. So
that means District 4 is highly political.
Oh yeah, District 4 is very, very highly political. In fact, it has been, I would say, one of the most political districts in Nima County. Yeah. From 2011, when the district was created, up to this election, it had already been one of the very, very tough districts in Nima County. So we'll be calling for peace and reconciliation, programs in the district, where we'll be inviting all of those who participated and all the stakeholders. You intend to invite Senator Johnson there? Yeah, to form part of it as. Why not? We'll be inviting some of our colleagues from other districts, in fact. So it will not only be people of district number 4. I'll be right now the Nima caucus. What we have decided to do is to have this kind of unity among us. That whenever you are having activities in your district, you make sure that the rest of the 9 or at least the 10 lawmakers. One person who has really been doing that is Honorability. Yes, yes, Honorability have been very instrumental in doing that. So those who will have the time by that time when we have, when we shall have come up with a schedule, they will also be part. So reconciliation comes from the heart. Yeah. Heart to heart, man to man. Are you cool with the man you defeated? Because there was some claims of fraud and stuff. They got to go back, do recount and all of that. Are you clear with him? Are you guys brother to brother now? It's a difficult process. Being defeated in an election, a very contested election of such kind. You don't expect that somebody will just be cool with you overnight. Is your mind open as the winner? Of course. My mind is very open. And the whole thing here is that I have never had any issue with anybody contesting or castigating me during election periods. These are normal election activities. All of the time, you will have to prove your point to the people. To some extent, people go ahead to say, in fact, to lie on what they don't know about you. So, but Honorable Cargo and I, though he was the incumbent, he can bear me witness. I never say anything negative about him. I will focus on the issues like his lack of providing, financial aid to the student community, his lack of, taking meaningful initiatives in the district. These are the issues that we were focused on. But I have no personal dealing with Honorable Cargo. So, in fact, we all come from the same inland church. So, I have no intention to be bitter with him. The only thing I understand, it will take some time that he himself will have that kind of free mind. But we will try our best to see how we can work with him. And in fact, we have started reaching out to some of his key supporters, which we feel that even if we have any exactly. So one of the point is, this scholarship program, at least you include 2. And like people say, okay, this leader is a free-minded person. Yeah, we gradually. We plan to, one of the things we consistently said during the campaign period was we're going to focus mostly on human capacity building. Okay. Right. Because we feel that most of the time for the past 2 leadership, everybody have been looking at a town hall, small community projects, which we feel that it brings no benefit to the people. Right, you can have the town hall. Some of the town halls we donated zinc and cement up to now, they are still standing there. And even those ones that are already erected, sometimes the whole community will use this town hall maybe 1 or 2 times a whole year. So I told people that I'm not going to come and be focusing on town hall building. But if we got a cent, I would prefer, if that $5, I would prefer spending $3 out of that $5 on vocational training and probably some programs that will build the capacity of the young people and even older folks. So with this, you make the people feel that yes, they can do it themselves instead of the funny activities, the town hall and things. We said that's good. But just in case there are unfinished projects, do you intend to initiated by your? Of course. From 2011, I don't know when exactly, but the district headquarters right now, we don't have a government health facility there. And my understanding is during Honorable Garrison Yelu regime, there's a huge foundation that is there. So we intend, that will be one of the projects that we intend to focus on immediately when we get started. We will be talking with the government to see if we can get some additional fundings for this project. But even as that, we ourselves will have to make some personal contribution to make sure that we complete this health facility in Gatley, which happen to be our district headquarters. But apart from those ones, if there is any other projects that were initiated, whether by Garrison or by On Cargon, we have no intention to let those projects lie there because it was not their personal money, but it was money that was allocated for the people. So having those projects being over there, it would just be spoiling of the taxpayer, resources.
Exactly, that is right. I hope you will do that. And another thing is that as a leader to succeed, you have to rub shoulders with other leaders. And the NEMA caucus is made out of 11 persons.
Yeah,
that's correct. Even though currently you shot one. However, how do you intend to work with your colleagues in the caucus? I know most of them will see you as a junior brother. I know you got age made there too.
Yeah, actually, I'm the youngest.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, however, what kind of caucus do you look up to working with? Because sometimes the caucus direct the way funding intended for the county should be allocated. What to target and all of that. Working along with the PMC. So let's look at your vision for caucus that you want to work with in Nimba.
The kind of caucus and the kind of legislative caucus that we have envisaged all of the time from NIMBA is the caucus that speaks with unity, the caucus that works together, the caucus that, though we may disagree, but let our disagreement not be in any way to stall the development activities of our great county.
Okay.
So we have already started that process by having some meetings, some cordial communications, some interactions that will, help us understand from which background you will be speaking. And every one of us there come from different backgrounds. There are business people among us. There are community people who have been engaged in community development and the rest of it. So we'll be putting our expertise together, our experiences together, to make sure that when there is an issue that the caucus will have to speak on, we all speak with the same voice.
Okay.
So we are looking up to that. And from the beginning, let me say, from the look of things, I think everyone is committed to that kind of working relationship.
Do you have the courage of disagreeing with your elders? Maybe this person is a leader, he's a senator, maybe, or he's, even though he's representative like myself, but he's a senior. Do you have the courage of disagreeing with people when they are not doing the right thing?
Of course, why not? You can disagree with people without disrespecting them.
Okay.
Right? If there is an issue that we all need to speak to, and I have to just let you know what my stand will be. And if two of us don't have the same, view, why not? We can disagree, but that is not in any way disrespecting each other. People always say, I want to respectfully disagree with you. So to some extent, I will respectfully disagree when I feel that this is not in the best interest of the people.
Especially when the county development fund is being allocated to projects across, different districts. At the end of the day, District 4 is leaving kind of, shaking.
So that will be criteria.
Okay.
Right? That will be criteria. There are a lot of technicals in the caucus, right? So we're not just going to look in the sky and say, okay, District 4, 5,000, or District 9, 2,000. That will be criteria set.
Yeah, that's my.
If there is
district you just mentioned.
If there is 10,000 for NIMBA, how do we give this 10,000? How do we divide it? So that will be a set of criteria that all of us will agree on before we can even go into what we have. Let's try and see how we can divide it. And I think one of that criteria will be the locality of the district in terms of population, in terms of because some of those districts, they are urban districts, like in Ganta, District 1, District 2, District 3. It is not the same as District 6, or probably maybe District 9 or District 4, which happen to be my district. So we'll all sit down and come up with, with a plan. And based on certain criteria for the fact that for you don't have roads, okay, this year, let's give you the machine so that you'll be able to build a road in your district. And like some of those districts have no need for road, like maybe District 2, District 1. District 1 is right within Ganta and you got roads all over. So imagine tomorrow if we have 50,000 to say, okay, let's put it into road. District 1, I don't think District 1 will come to say, okay, I need my own share of that money by all costs. Looking at the deployable road condition of District number 4, District number 9, and other District number 5, and the rest of the other areas. So we will be working together, like I said, in a very cordial manner to make sure that we understand each other. When there is a decision to take, we all sit down on the table and consider all the pros and cons about it to make sure that we speak always with one voice.
Okay, let's leave Nima and come to the capital now.
Okay.
You've been there for, is it a week now?
Yeah.
A week now.
Tomorrow will make me exactly 7 days.
Okay, 7 days.
I was inducted.
Do you have any relationship with the speaker?
I've been knowing the speaker though when I was outside.
Okay.
But not really personally.
So as a lawmaker now,
like, as a lawmaker,
because when I say relationship, in a way that maybe you can speak to him on some issues. Especially when it comes to this.
Is the leader, right? Okay. He is everyone's leader, so we all have the right to speak to him on issues, and which we have also been doing. Like when I went at a time when most of the committees had already been distributors and the rest of it. Yeah. So I went to him to introduce myself and let him know what I was interested in. And he has told me, okay, I'm going to look into that. And when I come back, so we will make every effort to reach out to anyone.
What is the interest?
My interest is, like I said, I come from the mineral sector. Okay. And being a technical person, I would like to work on the Committee on Mines and Energy, the Committee on Public Works, the Committee maybe on Agriculture, and if possible, maybe Youth and Sport.
Okay.
So these are the areas, because I would always like to be in an area where I will have, control.
Yeah.
If I'm inviting the Minister of Mines and Energy or the Minister of Public Work to the plenary, I should know exactly why should I be asking and what, because you get these guys, technical guys, they get away,
It's funny that escaping away through using jargon.
Using jargon. So if you are part of this committee and you got somebody coming to be calling all of the right name and you are not from that background, you sit down and just listen to the guy. Yeah. I remember sometime back, some of my deputy ministers, when they were invited at the Capitol building, he would call me and say, my man, I come and put all the right knee over there. So sometimes the guys will intentionally, decide to make fun out of you, especially when they know that
you are not
you are not
from
that sector. So I will not want to bother myself to say, okay, I want to be on a lucrative committee or something. I want to keep myself to where I can better perform, where I have control, so that when I'm speaking, I speak with that kind of authority.
So the last time we have you we had you in the news here, you spoke about how one of your key intentions is to exercise your oversight, especially in the mining sector, where the natural resource sector, exactly that what you said, the natural resource sector of the country. Do you want to re-emphasize why you said that, and why do you have such huge interest in protecting the natural resources of the country?
Yes, because our country is very small, right? Mm-hmm. And if we have a kind of a responsible government who will make sure that what God has blessed us with, not only mineral, but even the water we have in this country, trust me, the water in this country alone can sustain the entire country, right? So if we have a kind of a government that will make sure that these resources are protected and they are used adequately for the benefit of the citizen, I think we will not have this issue of unemployment. We will not have this issue of how many persons will work in government and the rest of it. And from my little experience that I had, at the Ministry of Mines and Energy, you will find out that there are concessions that were signed, in time past. And some of those concession years have not been, working in line with the agreement that was signed with the government. You have some concessions in this country that nobody knows that we have such concessions. And you have other people who have also been there, have hold on to the land and not allowing other investors to come and invest to provide jobs for our people, but they will come, they take a license, they sterilize the ground, they are not working in any way to provide reports to the government to know exactly that, yes, you have X number of resources here. So you got people just looking for business opportunity because of our system being very weak. Mm-hmm. So you got people who will come just to look for business opportunity. We have had a situation in this country where a company will come and pay maybe 100,000, 200,000. At the end of the day, they flip that concession agreement, they sold it out there for over millions of dollars, and the government sit and look at them. So coming from such background, we feel that our being there will help to inform our colleague as to how we can proceed, because you have love. We have love, the country have love to benefit. If we really, provide a kind of an oversight, we will not have the issue of, you will not even be thinking about working from.
Yeah, I like when you say if we exercise the oversight. That's one of the biggest authority of the legislature, and we've received consistent reports of how these mineral development agreements with many construction companies in the country have been disrespecting the provisions in these agreements. We have the issue of Western Cluster, even B Mountain and other companies. So I mean, do you intend, even though they have not placed you on a particular committee, if you are placed on such committee with that responsibility, do you intend maybe sometimes to do a maybe quarterly or regular tour of some of these concessions to go and see what the people are actually going through, comparing their operations with the agreement is signed with the government?
This is one of the advantages that I have there. During my days at the Ministry of Mines and Energy, I had the opportunity to visit all of these concessions. There is no single mining area in this country that I don't know about.
Okay.
These are places that we have visited. These are areas that we have held meetings with the community members, and we ourselves are fully informed. Nobody need to tell me about what is going on at Asilomitai. Okay. Nobody need to tell me about what is going on at B Mountain or Western Cluster, because I was just there yesterday. So these are places that I have a pretty good knowledge of, and my being there will simply be to help, the leadership of the house to inform them on some of those issues if they need be. If they happen to put us on this committee, we'll make sure that we provide the kind of expertise and the oversight that our people will need to inform the government as to if you are calling for review or if you are calling for this concession company, you know exactly what they will be doing, and you know exactly what you will be telling them, because we are fully aware about the operations of these guys.
So sometimes you listen to somebody, sometimes radio callers, and say, "Oh, that cancel that agreement, that cancel the concession, let them leave." Do you want to say anything about legal processes leading to concession? Maybe when it comes to reviewing of agreement, in a case that a concession is not complying with the very agreement, what chance does the government have to say, well, we don't want this anymore? What are the processes, for example, or processes?
I'm not a legal person though.
Okay, yeah.
But concession agreements are law.
Yes, exactly.
And they are binding on both parties. So the government always have that opportunity, and there are always provisions in those concession agreements that call for review, that call for maybe terminations, that call for maybe revocations and the rest of it. Okay. So what we can do all of the time is to have a magistrate who will be fully capacitated to monitor those concession agreements, to make sure that the people are in compliance with some of those provisions that are within it. Sometimes it gets difficult even on the part of the mining companies, because it requires a lot of resources. So sometimes you will say, okay, this company will be paying $2 million. But sometimes the economy, sometimes you got no control on it. And the company will have to come back to the government and say, okay, please, we cannot fulfill this at this time, but please give us 1 or 2 months or 1 or 2 years, then we'll come back to it. So the issue here is that having a friendly, conversation all of the time, having a kind of a regular oversight over these people to make sure that even if you cannot fulfill this at this time, please let us know when you can fulfill this. Instead of letting the guy just doing his own thing. There are a lot of concessions agreements we have in this country, and these guys have basically been doing their own thing because firstly, the Ministry of Mines and Energy, to some extent, they are now that much capacitated to monitor these people. You got people taking out resources out of this country, and there is no account. No. So we will be there to serve as a bridge, between both parties, to make sure that our people get the right benefit, to also make sure that we provide a kind of environment, a friendly and a friendly environment that more people will have to come and invest in our country.
Okay.
So we are not come to fight any concession company, and we are not also come to fight the government, but we have come so that everybody will have a space.
That's good.
If you have come in our country to work, to do business, make sure you let our people get the benefit they need to get.
Okay, we got 9 minutes to go. So in the next 2 minutes, I want you to say a fair evaluation of the executive so far. The president have been making some nominations. Some of them have been questioned. You at the house don't have the authority to confirm. Yes, unfortunately.
We can be no
Yes. So, however, I mean, what have you been seeing? I know all of us are following the social media. We are following the media. We are reading the papers. I mean, give us a fair analysis of so far appointments being done. Other people are like this county, that county, and all of that. Especially your Nima people making too much huge demand for jobs.
I don't want you to go in that direction that my Nima people are making too much huge demand.
But that's what we are following.
If people from other countries like Lofa can get full fire positions, what is the difference that Nima cannot also get full fire positions?
Okay.
So this thing is the right for everyone. I listened to the councilor of Gonglo this morning.
Yeah.
When he was quoting the law that provides that every county is supposed to be represented in the executives. So for me, I see no issue if a particular county can say we need our own job too, because this thing is everyone's business. So we fought for this government. When even the people of Lofa, when they neglected their own sons. So I don't see nothing wrong with our people saying that we need certain positions. It's not a demand, right? It's our right to say we want these positions.
Okay.
Leave with the president in his judgment to say, no, I will give you this, I will give this to this person. But so far, so good. I don't want to be too critical on those people that have been appointed, because some of them are not known there in any way.
Okay.
So I cannot come in a public manner to criticize or to say, oh, he's a good person, he's not a good person. But I think the president is doing his best.
Okay.
I don't think those nominations are just coming, from anywhere. I think these are people who have the experience, the requisite, credentials to serve in those capacities that they have been nominated to. So I see there are other people, sometimes when they post their name, everybody will say, yeah, that is the right person for this job, or the right person for this job. But all I can say is that the president, in his wisdom, I think those people that he had nominated, that he had been nominating, they are the kind of people that, based on his agenda, and based on what he wants to accomplish, that he believes he will deliver. One of the things we saw in past regime is that President Weah did his very best to bring a lot of young people in the government.
Okay.
But on the contrary, from my own perspective, I'm not here to compare the two governments.
Yeah.
But from my own perspective, the young guys that were brought to government, they were not sincere enough to work in the direction that the president wanted the country to go. So at the end of the day, you got the citizens crying all over the place. The CDC government is not doing this. The CDC government is not doing that. And most of those things, it never came from the president. It came from maybe an assistant minister or a deputy minister that were in certain positions. So we want to also caution the president that if you are appointing people, it should not necessarily be based on where they come from, party affiliation. But let's look for the kind of people that when we send out there tomorrow, that we will have the ears of the international partners, that we will have the ears of other development partners. Because having an assistant minister or deputy minister who is not able to prepare one project proposal to the World Bank, at the end of the day, we get struggling all over the place, no money in the country, no salary, no that. So we need the kind of people who will be prepared, who have the right expertise to serve in certain capacities, so that you got donor funding coming in the country, you got other activities going all over the place.
Okay, folks.
That's all I can say for now, on those appointments.
Okay, that is great. So again, like we said this morning, we have of course Honorable Ernest M. Massier. He is the representative of District Number 4 in Nimba County, a very young man. I think he's the youngest member of the Nimba caucus. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so we'll take a couple of calls. We don't have much time. 0770-202579. 0770-202579. Let me take this caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Marka.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning. Good morning to the lawmaker of District Number 4, Mr. Mark. This water expert calling for Nima this morning. District Number 8.
Okay.
I'm really impressed with the level of qualification experience our brother have. We define the history of our 11 student committee and some of we are being a student committee. I think District Number 4 and Mayor 1 is not decision after the removal of Gary. They are very experienced guy. There is a mistake. District Number 4 made in the past. I think District Number 8 make the same mistake. So I want to say,
man, but I'm from all love because forget about that team, man. Don't say that. Move. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead. You're live.
Yeah, this is Cassius calling from Mambagi Power Stations.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to congratulate our lawmaker elect on our NMSC and I trust the ideology you will deliver the district. For the past 6 years, district have been in darkness. I believe he ideology in
I mean, how do Dubaki say district be in darkness?
Thank you.
Thank you, Dubaki. Good morning.
good morning, Marka.
Good morning.
Good morning to the student here, Honorable Honor. I don't my name is Emma Hammer Ekoluma Casting. I don't want to appreciate your honorable man for the elaboration. What I really got for what Marka, it is not time to pay ministry of Palaho or Torek, but it is time to pay the human resource by applying for that. Okay. And I pray that other lawmakers do the same thing as the people are paying the human resources because tomorrow we shall leave that position.
Don't think young men come back, they can make huge contribution to the communities. That's good.
That's it. Yeah. So I'm already applying for that kind of Thank you so much.
Thank you, big brother. Good morning.
Marka, good morning. Aloysius P. Flomo Jr. is my name, and I call this morning once again from Lower Magidi County.
Go ahead.
Let me say thanks to the honorable lawmaker in studio. I think his elaboration showcased the level of experience and expertise he brings to the table, most especially when it comes to the lands mine sector. And I just want to contribute to the last talking point, the question you're asking as to the president appointment. I think it is not all about being early or just speaking about job, but the president spoke about an inclusive government, and you have 15 counties. So when it comes to balancing power, these counties should be included within the governance structure so as to have their take. But you see, like Magidi County that voted the president unanimously up to current, there is no single senior ministerial position have been given to the county. Okay. So I think the president, those are advising the president, should look in that direction because we don't want to go back to the same old thing. We're not doing business as usual.
Thank you. Thank you, Aloysius. Good morning.
Good morning, Ernest. Marka.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, okay. This is Austin Batu. I call from FISM doing Secretary Nima.
Okay.
Yes, actually, I never knew we still have some young people in Nima County here like this.
So now, how are you talking to now?
Yeah, this guy, to say he was not lawmaker already, I would have recommended to the vetting committee.
To be Mother Energy Minister?
Yeah, less than my minister. Yeah, the guy is very sound. Little boy like that is very sound like that. So the people of this before did not make mistake. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, big brother. Liverpool can praise their home. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Good morning. We are great. Your name, where you join us from?
My name is Emmanuel SP. I call you from Welland, Wisconsin.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to thank your studio guest this morning. He's my representative from District Number 4 in Mechanic.
Okay.
All I can tell you is, as a young man among elders, I think we need to say yes to everything at the schools so that they can work with you. Because the Bible says the child listen to advice and accept instruction is doomed to be wise. So I ask him to be wise and respect his elder.
All right, I'll take 2 more calls. Thank you. Me take 2 more calls. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. We are great. Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, I'd like to say hi to the honorable man. Due to that. In this excellency, I heard you saying he does not have problem with him deciding to won much of the power.
Does he have problem with what?
He does not have problem. He's even necessary because Libyan supported this government. Lima County supported the government. So, yes, it's necessary that they will get a bigger part of the power. Even though he's a representative and the senators who will still talk, they still want to work in a branch of government. Then sometimes I wonder. For me, my own take of things is that I don't have. You have a superintendent, even the development funding you were talking about. Development funding are placed into something proper, not supposed to get it to be. When a county in a specific area needs development, that money is set for the poor, approved in the but the executive branch of government will die. This money, government will send it to them, but they accepted. Government will be doing development in the community, and that money they can share for themselves. People don't run government like that. When the money is placed there, it is placed in the county so that the development superintendent can have responsibility for me that here.
But it's not, but part of correction, it's not the lawmakers or the caucus just dishing out money. No, I mean they do the county sitting and allot money to critical sectors that or things that they think are very necessary at a point of time. That's what they do.
Okay, yeah, okay. Then another one you talk about. I believe the way you talk people that worked in government before, and the era specifically you talked about the mining sector. Yeah. When you been there, one of the things you're not speaking out to, I don't know whether yesterday you were advising past government that you were working with them, that these things were the thing, or you were telling you were acting like other people until you can get them first, you will not be able to.
They may get authority now to make decisions. They may not in decision making position. The last caller, good morning.
Thank you, Marka. Good morning. And let me extend my revolutionary tree to Honorable Ernest Marcia. This is for us of Prince Kolake. You know, I'm excited to hear my inland brother accepting.
I'm
from the inland background, Omega setup, where I had to worship. Let me be on record to say this. It's of no mistake the people of District 4, my mother district, elected Mr. Honorable Ernest Marcia. He brings integrity, he brings he is developmental oriented. Unlike the pressing the mistake we make 2017 to have brought in Dubai King, Gobu Kago, who desperately performed. After Garrison had desperately performed Gobu King and make it worse. The district have taken a chance to bring in a son that have the district. I had my revolutionary salutation to you. I wish you well, and I'm of the explicit confident that you will deliver, you will work in the interest of the people. Exactly. Congratulations.
Thank you, my Yes, Chief, we don't have the luxury of time, so that just use at least 2 minutes and a half, and then you can close up this interview.
Yeah, so I want to say thank you again to the True FM family. It's actually our first, national appearance.
Yeah.
We have always have this.
We're always doing that for people.
Yeah. Our people back there. At least it's time that we also speak on national issues and giving us being an institution to give us the first opportunity for people to follow us, to know where we stand and what who we are. So it's very important for us. And we are committed to working with you and going forward. And to all of the guys who called to congratulate us, we say thank you very much. This thing is not about us, but it's about the people. So we are open to working with everyone in terms of providing suggestions, recommendations to our office to make sure that the right thing is done. So I want to say again, we are thankful. And we hope that those things that we have said, we know some of them may not be easy to just implement, and it will require fundings, it will require other stuff. So we pray that we'll have the opportunity to make sure that we'll follow up on them and they are done in a funny manner as we are saying it. So we are again grateful and we want to say thank you for having us.
But you specifically want to work with the committees on mining and energy?
Oh yeah. Why not? If I'm given the opportunity, it's not I'm not comparing.
Contesting stuff you're doing. The number correct. I been before you can have been putting about it. You matter. It's all to be here on.
Of course,
but don't worry.
I'm not bothered. The thing about that area is not necessarily that you have to be a chairman or something. Though I would have loved to be the chair or even the co-chair or even work as a member. Nothing stops me from providing my expertise, even if I'm not on that committee. So nothing will stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do.
If you're not part of the meeting, you'll be consultant to the committee.
Of course, why not? You can't do nothing in our house, especially when it comes to the mining sector. You want to say, I will not be part of it.
Exactly.
Because it will not be possible. And to close again on this issue of appointment, we are concerned. We are actually concerned as citizens of Nimba County. So far, so good. I think the only ministerial positions that have been given to Nimba right now is the Ministry of Justice, who happen to be Councillor Cooper Kruger.
Yes.
Our concern now is that all of those appointments that have been made, everyone have been called for confirmation hearing, and we are still yet to know when will be our confirmation hearing too. So we are very concerned about this, and we hope. I'm
very sure this week. I'm sure this.
Yeah, we hope that Councillor Cooper Kruger will be called very soon for a confirmation hearing. So we want to say thank you to the,
and what do you
president.
What do you want to say to the Senate? They should confirm him.
Why not? The thing is, we will not compare them. Councillor Cooper Kruger is not the first time to be appointed into government positions. So the same criteria that was used yesterday to confirm him as a minister of post and telecommunication, where is it different about being a justice minister that you cannot confirm him? Okay. Except maybe during this time, if you have done anything contrary to law, that you can tell the public, then of course, maybe you can let us know. But we don't think that there is any issue that will stop the confirmation of Councillor Cooper.
Okay, folks watching us on Real TV Live, again, thanks ever so much for those of you who have been following us from Grand Bassa, Margibi, Nimba, and other parts of the country. We'd love to say thank you. I've had with me here this morning the representative of District Number 4 in Nimba County, Ernest Mansier. So this is how we love to come to the end of this interview. Thanks ever so much for coming, Chief.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, so tomorrow we'll be here again with another edition of the show. This is the TBS on Truth 96.1 FM. My name is Marka B.Davis. O.Roerts Roberts are being here. Richard Usini has been behind the cameras. Bye-bye. Have yourself a wonderful, wonderful day.